But for me to be here today in the YouTube and do what I'm doing, it's take many years of practice and break through my own Blackpink.
As in, we talk about speaking. Maybe I'll ask you, have you met anyone who barely spoke, but or maybe they're introvert, they keep quiet, but people naturally want to follow them type?
Yeah. I have few under me.
Oh,
You make my team, right? I'm the one who talk the most already. The rest is like barely talk. And that's a suffer because I also used to be like them. That's why I understand their pain and their problem. I think you don't remember much when I was in your class or be attendant, because back then I have not practiced, right? And also back then I'm still very shy and I'm sit behind. But for me to be here today in the YouTube and do what I'm doing, it's take many years of practice and break through my own fear and belief that I'm the camera shy. I don't like to talk to people so much, and every time I talk to people I have that fear and anxiety. So yes, I have all that. It's just the love to do what I'm doing now is so big for me to can break through that. So I think the end people have to find that passion, the passion that make them can transform themselves. But back to your question, I realize that the thinker and the doer, sometimes they're not good with speaking, right? Because they're not born with it, because they use a lot of time to think, they use a lot of time to analyze stuff in life. They can be a good writing, they can be a good systematic person in work and organizing, and they can good with run around and make things happen. But when you tell them to stand and talk, they tend to be a lot of anxiety and fear come up because it's not natural for them. But also I learned something that skill can learn. Compare with you just have speaking skill, but the doer and the thinker and the analyzing and strategy, if you don't have it, it cannot be backed up for speaking. So maybe later you will share with me about that. What do you think? Is that correct? But that's how I observe it. So when I see the team now who look like me 10 years ago, it quite you know how far you go, but you also know that they can be here if they keep practice. And the fun part of watching people practicing, and they awkward, and you can see that they have so much in their brain. But also now go back to the weakness of that. You have so much in your brain, you have so much knowledge in your brain, you have so much skill that when you're doing work, you do it nicely and perfectly. But then now teaching and training is another skill. Like how is that come out from you that make other person think, and after they think, they interesting, now I want to learn more, and then make the person think and interested to learn more, and then they want to figure it out on their own. And I find that is at this day in my life, I still feel a teaching skill and the training skill and the persuade people how to do things, and persuade people how to do things for them. It's so hard. It's really, really hard. That should be booked to the genius list. I think it should mark at genius list, because if it's easy, everybody should be able to do it, but it's not, right? So I think that's what weakness I have around me, and I think they still have a long way to go.
But it is mainly this thing. This is something that I'm working on as well, and it's not easy. It's called the circle of influence. How to influence people. Is the most difficult skill. I mean, in fact, if we say this is the most difficult skills, but the two of us, I think we kind of have done it. Every time I say, wow, this is really difficult, but I think both of us have, we can't say we have not done it before. In fact, we have done quite a good job in influencing and inspiring quite a number of people. Like when I first started in my financial education business, there weren't much ladies. Yeah, so in 2011, I wrote the book Value Investing for Women. And me being one of the rare women who started to speak and share about investing, really gave a fresh appearance in the industry. And especially, I like to wear pink. And in the financial industry, most people are very somber, serious, and they are from the bankers kind of background. So when I come in, I give the image of in the past, it comes as a millionaire mom. I've got 2 kids. Investing is not as difficult. I share it in a way that is easy to understand. So this is about training and influencing people, right? So it lets people know that, wow, it is not that difficult. So when we come to people who don't really speak well, frankly speaking, I must say, a lot of times, people like to follow those who don't really speak well, I must say. Yeah, those who are quiet. Yeah, contrary, if a leader is too outspoken, like sometimes for me, they might be scared. So there's actually a barrier. So when I start speaking, they find out, wow, Pauline is so articulate. And because she's so articulate, I don't dare to speak to her. So that's where I go to another person who's more quiet, all right, who's more tame. And I can speak to that person, and the person will just think, because the person is so afraid of not articulating well, because that's not their skill set. So the person will think through, be quiet, and say it in a way that probably will take care of the other person's feelings even more, probably, or they find that it's less harsh on them. So this is where I would say I've seen leaders who generally also, when they are quiet, they really have people to confide in them. But this is to a point, I must say, there's a limitation as well. A leader cannot always don't speak. Yeah. You might not be able to articulate well. If a leader who can't articulate well, who cannot speak to the audience well, because no matter what, let's say as the organization grows, we have to speak to the big audience, right? So, but the key thing is this.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will come back with you with another episode and another amazing guest. Bye.